This demo illustrates an English consumer's journey, Paul Hill, father of 2 kids. One of his sons is especially a fan of one of the main characters of Monsters, Inc., Sully. What we'll do here is go through the process of how Disney, thanks to careful data collection, is able to learn more about Paul as he interacts with Disney's ads and own touch points, digital and in-store, and how Disney can then leverage this data to accompany Paul in his consumer journey. 2 screens. On the left, the brand's perspective, illustrating the knowledge Disney has on Paul. On the right, the consumer's perspective as he surfs on the web and interacts with Disney. So Paul is wandering around the web to choose a family holiday. After searching on Google, he goes on moneysavingexpert.com to find top tips for family holiday savings. There, alongside the article, he is exposed to a display ad for Disney Infinity. This display ad placement is the result of using qualitative data to identify several segments of people who interact with the Disney brand. We have identified Paul as belonging to one of these groups. This segment has been targeted using traditional third-party data that DSPs hold. In this case, the ad is served through DoubleClick, and we have captured Paul's cookie ID for future use. We also know that he has been exposed to this advert but has not clicked it. After seeing the ad, Paul remembers his son loves Sully from Monsters, Inc., and decides to Google what he could buy him for his birthday. His search displays him to a Google search ad mentioning a sale of Sully toys on the online Disney store. He clicks on it and arrives on the Disney store. He declares he is over 13 years old and views the page for the Sully medium soft toy. At this point on the profile, we have 2 campaigns Paul has been exposed to: the banner on moneysavingexpert.com and the Google search ad. We also mix in the first-party data we are collecting through first-party tags placed on all web properties we own. These tags collect the pages viewed by the people, what device they were using, how long they stayed on the site, what city they were in, and a lot of other information. And because he has visited the Sully Medium Soft Toy page, our franchise rank algorithm increases his franchise rank score to 0.2 with respect to Monsters, Inc. We also learned that Paul is over 13 and has granted us to use the first-party cookies on his browser. This method of age verification is crude and is for demonstration purposes only. However, it shows that we will only gather information on people who have allowed us to do so. At this stage, he doesn't buy the product. Instead, he chooses to browse around the rest of the store. Notice how, because we are collecting both third and first-party information, we are able to mirror campaigns we are showing someone off-site, on-site. We know Paul is being targeted by the Infinity product, so rather than show him a second offer, we choose to keep the message consistent by personalizing the content of the site and showing him an Infinity banner. Same way we did for Paul, we have gathered data on other Disney consumer who have interacted so we can now start building more relevant campaigns to target consumers. At this point, we know that Paul has seen generic Infinity ads but didn't click on them. We also know more about him now. So let's build a more personalized campaign to improve our CTR. In the interface, we choose a segment of people to target. In this case, people who are interested in Sully, based on their browsing behavior. We then upload creative that takes the Infinity banner and personalizes it. Note that this would be a semi-automated process. We could automatically overlay one of the several characters in Monsters, Inc. and not have to create all the assets separately. The system would choose the most appropriate one to show automatically. At the bottom, we are given an indication of the expected performance and reach out the campaign. The campaign is launched, and the ads are pushed to the targeted segments, back to Paul. Later that day, Paul is on the Times website where he sees more personalized adverts. Even though he is still technically anonymous to us, the information we have gleaned from his interactions with both our sites and third-party sites, we are able to offer him a slightly more engaging experience with a greater engaging content. Due to this, he finally clicks on the ad and is taken through to the Infinity website. Curious about the site, he decides to register and log in, using his Facebook account. In the process, he grants Disney access to some of his Facebook data, including his email. And thanks to partners like Axiom, Sprinkle, and Drawbridge, we retrieve extra data on him, like his income and number of kids. The profile data is now rich, and we have gone from an unknown to a known person. This allows us to produce content and promotions that are far more engaging and create a meaningful experience for users. Paul continues to wander around. Disney then comes in with a brief to promote the launch of Monsters University DVD. They would like to generate 40,000 leads with an online competition. Using the rich data we have on signed-in users, we create an email campaign targeting users that have children and have a high franchise rank with respect to the Monsters, Inc. franchise. The campaign is estimated to reach out to 54,000 people via email. Each consumer of the campaign segment receives a personalized email. Paul, being in this segment, receives the email. He clicks on it and decides to sign up for the competition by entering his phone number, hoping he will win something for his son. Notice how we are enriching his profile little by little, one piece of information at a time. Sadly, Paul doesn't win. But as a thank you for entering the competition, we send him a personalized SMS and a little thank you by email. A 20% discount on any MU merchandise. Again, we return to the campaign builder and target anyone who lives near a Disney store. Paul opens the SMS and email, and we record this in his profile. If he, for some reason, hasn't opened the email, we could send him a follow-up campaign. And remember, this is not a mass email. The email is personalized for Paul. It can include content related to Paul's interests. Paul takes the discount code to his local Disney store. We are now able to link digital and retail. As you saw through this demo, we have been very careful as we gather more data on the consumer we interact with in a relevant manner, enabling this way the brand to engage the consumer with meaningful communications.